Welcome to the Liminal. Open Codex. Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. This is Anna and welcome into your Codex. I call to you, Mother Lilith, Mother Freya, my spirit guides, any and all who wish to convey a message to the collective. The first thing that I am really noticing is you separating yourself from someone or something. Okay. Entering the liminal space. There is something that you feel disconnected from. Completely, entirely. It could be a person. This could be a place. Apply this to your situation in any way that resonates for you. If this is not your reading, then it is not your reading. The messages that come through are at times quite specific. So feel free to take what resonates and leave what does not. I strongly advocate for you knowing what is meant for you and what is not. Okay. Ladies, can you tell me why we're feeling this disconnection? Okay. Ah, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. There we are. This is honestly about nurturing the stability of something. There may be something that you have been trying to nurture the stability of. The Queen of Pentacles is one who does what she can with what she has. The Ten of Swords. Okay. I feel like you have given up on something. But not without a fight. Okay, the Ten of Swords. The Two of Wands. The Eight of Wands. You gave up moving forward on a particular direction or a particular course. The Ten of Cups. This could have been something that you thought would be long-term. This could be something in regards to family. This could be something that you thought was all 10 cups completely full. It does not have to be a relationship. It does not have to be family. The Ten of Cups is whatever you perceive it to be. This almost feels like you did your best to nurture something, but ultimately you saw the futility in it, that it would not lead to whatever this Ten of Cups is for you. Again, it will be different for everyone. The Ten of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah. You decided to go in a completely different direction. That's what this feels like. Maybe it was that you saw what your Ten of Cups truly was. And that it was not this. Okay. That is in the subconscious. So, why the Queen of Pentacles? Why the Queen of Pentacles? Why the Queen of Pentacles? Ladies, mothers, spirit guides, ancestors. Okay. Holding space for the collective. Okay. Alright. The Queen of Pentacles. The Star. Okay. For some of you, okay, I want to get, I'm being called to pull more. To get a full picture. Okay, why the Star? Why the Star? Someone that you saw as an equal. Someone that you saw a life with. The Emperor. The Three of Swords is on the other side. I feel like this was something that ultimately ended up breaking your heart. This person was not who they purported to be. When someone... yeah. I feel like you had to separate from this person because to continue to try to nurture this into a healthy relationship ultimately ended up causing you more pain than it did joy. Why the Three of Swords? What happened here with the Three of Swords? With the Three of Swords. The Five of Wands. Constant conflict. Okay. I'm honestly feeling like no matter how hard I tried, I kept running into a brick wall. It was like talking to a brick wall. There's something about a brick wall. That's what they're giving me, is just this image of a wall. Like, no matter how hard you tried, you couldn't get past a certain point. You couldn't get through to this person. You couldn't reach this person. You couldn't talk sense to this person. Whoever this is. The Star is Aquarian energy. The Emperor is Capricorn and Aries. Okay. Why the Five of Wands? I want one more on this. Why the Five of Wands? What was the conflict about? The Nine of Swords. Okay. I feel like this person kept you in a state of constant... For some of you, you had to dissociate from this person. Or disconnect from this person. This could have been someone who came to you in a period of needing someone to mother them. I'm sensing a bit of a mother wound here, and whoever this Emperor is, you felt like you could help or heal this person. But I feel like no matter what you tried, it would not work. They were not open to reason. They were not open to dialogue. They were not open to seeing your perspective of this. Every time that you attempted to, it ended up being more frustrating. I'm hearing pain in the ass. I feel like this person stressed you out to the point of disappointment every single time. And for a while, I feel like you kept trying. I feel like this went on for a while. For some of you, this could have been a year or more. The Moon is the blockage. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this was a mystery that you could not solve. Why can I not get through to this person? Why can we not be on the same page? Why can I not get through to this person? What is it that I'm missing? What is it that they're missing? How can I troubleshoot this? Capricorn and Aries and the Emperor. Cancerian and Piscean energy here in the Moon for me as a reader. Why the Moon? The Ten of Swords. Okay. There were too many secrets. I feel like there were too many unknowns. And the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. The Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles. This is really strongly giving me that you had hoped this would be something that was long-lasting. I am feeling something very akin to the Tower. In a way, I don't feel as if you were expecting this. Now, I will pull messages from this person. I really feel as if you had the best of intentions with this person. What is... Okay, how are they feeling? How are they feeling at this moment? How are they feeling? The Knight of Wands. Okay. Strength. They feel like they did the right thing. They feel like they have the high ground on this. I also feel like this person is a little... Yeah, the Nine of Cups. Very self-serving. Okay. Only interested in self... Yeah, the Strength. Leo energy. The Knight of Wands. Passionate forward movement. The Nine of Cups here is telling me this person was thinking from a place of what is best for me in an emotional aspect. I don't feel like they factored in your emotions, your time, effort, or energy in whatever this was. I don't feel like this person was appreciative at all. This may have been something that... I'm not seeing any pages here. I wouldn't say that this is a child. This feels like a person who is immature, possibly, in their emotions, or very impulsive, very back and forth. In fact, that may have very well been the root cause of this. You may have been trying to elevate this person to emperor status, and no matter what you tried, it was just never going to get to that place. Okay, I do want to see your advice. The Knight of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Sun. I mean, 100% move toward happiness. Okay, what you know to be happy, what you know to be your happiness, a rebirth and a renewal, I feel like is needed. Take time for yourself. Enjoy everyday things. This is a time for you to rest and reflect, to pause. Think about what it is that truly brings joy into your life here with the Three of Cups, the Sun, happiness, Leo energy. There's a lot of Leo here. You could have been dealing with a Leo. You could be a Leo Cancer cusp with the Moon, Capricorn and Aries, and the Emperor, the Star, Aquarian energy. The Moon, Cancer and Piscean energy. Okay. Strength, Leo, the Sun, Leo. The Knight of Swords. Yeah. I feel like at this moment you're kind of scatterbrained in regards to what... I feel like this really did kind of throw you off balance in a mental aspect. What is it? Or it made you question, what is truly happiness to me? What is joy, happiness to me? Truly. Underneath the bottom of the deck, yeah, the Hermit. Okay, Virgo energy. Go deep within. Connect with your higher self. Okay, the Two of Cups, the caduceus in the middle, is a connection between you and your higher self. Go within. I would not necessarily always say that with the Two of Cups, but in this particular case, given the Hermit, I feel like spending some time in solitude by yourself and really reflecting on what joy and happiness is for you, because you deserve it as much as this person does. Whatever that joy and happiness is to you, and this is in all aspects of your life, whether it is romance, whether it is job, whether it is family, whether it is going on a vacation, holiday by yourself. Whatever it is, carry that into the new year. This joy, this happiness, this rebirth, and this renewal. The Five of Cups underneath of that. Grieve this connection. The Lovers. Okay. Gemini energy. the Ten of Wands. It may be heavy to do so, but take some time, especially if this was a long-term commitment. I'm seeing the secrets may have put an end to something that had lasted 10 years or more. This could be the equivalent of finding out that your partner of 12 years has been cheating on you, or unfaithful, or has been keeping something secret, silent, unknown to you, known to them, or others. There's a great feeling of betrayal here, especially with the Five of Cups, the Hermit, the Two of Cups, the Lovers. Okay, I will say the Two of Cups now is feeling more like a connection between you and this person. Grieve this loss. We have in the Five of Cups, the Three of Cups that have spilled, the Two of Cups that are left standing. You're reclaiming those Three of Cups right here, or you're figuring out how to. No wonder I'm seeing such a division here. There's almost you right in the center, and then so much around the outside here that I'm seeing. What you're being asked to focus on is what you learn in silence, in solitude. What you learn to be your happiness. I tell this story all of the time, but after getting out of a very destructive DV situation, I took a year to recalibrate, to figure out what it was that made me happy, to reestablish my independence, to figure out what it is that I needed for me, how I wanted to move forward whenever it came to my life. Only then did I allow myself to open back up to the universe and say, okay, I accept that the person I am meant to be with will find me. And then I found my husband. Sometimes it takes that moment of... I'm being called to the Dark Goddesses deck, and I have not used this in a while. But sometimes it takes that submission of saying, you know what, universe, I give up. I keep choosing wrong, or I keep picking the wrong path. And so I submit, I allow, and I give you the ability to bring in what is for my best and highest good. When you do that, whenever you release control over what you think it is that is your star, your Ten of Cups, your Ten of Pentacles, it is most oftentimes when we disconnect from that which we want so badly that it finds its way toward us. Okay? It's the law of detachment. This is an actual thing. Okay. Neridi, misfortune. So this is your shadow aspect. So to work with Neriti. Okay. Neriti is the Hindu goddess of misery, darkness, death, and disease. She is depicted as a weary old woman dressed in black who lives in the kingdom of the dead. All strife and misfortune derive from her. You may feel like you're in this place of strife and misfortune. No matter what I do, no matter which path I choose, I'm always bound to this feeling. It always turns out the same way. Or you are in that period right now of grief and sadness, dealing with what you feel like is the death of a relationship. Misfortune has arrived on your doorstep. Dealing with financial strife, adversity, illness, or pain is never easy. That Three of Swords and Ten of Swords is certainly a lot of pain, and the Five of Cups, emotional pain. If you have experienced a loss, do not be afraid and seek help. Learn or lean on those who are offering assistance. You don't need to suffer alone. That Three of Cups could very well be going out with friends and reestablishing your friend group. Perhaps you were isolated. I'm seeing this dense clump in the center, and I feel like this is you coming back to who you used to be. It may very well be that with a little help from my friends, to quote the Beatles, you may be able to lift your spirits, okay? Not all is lost is what I'm hearing. You don't need to suffer alone. Allow Nariti to help carry the weight of your burdens. That Ten of Wands, wow. Remember that nothing lasts forever, and that these hardships will pass. And they will, truly. The dark goddesses are meant to help us identify what lives in our shadow, what is affecting us, what is triggering us, why this hurts so badly. I feel like it's the betrayal, the sadness that comes from that betrayal. Okay, so I do want to pull some cards in regards to the relationship itself. I've not done a relationship read. Sacrifices must be made. There will be a return. Karmic. Okay. I feel like this was meant to remember that karmic is not necessarily bad. It is indicating the South Node, which is in Virgo right now. That could be significant. You love me. I feel like underneath the bottom of the deck, maybe you told yourself this for a long time. There will be a return. And there very well may be. Karmic. Sacrifices must be made. I feel like in order to accept this person back, you would have to sacrifice something. It may be your own happiness. It may be a fresh new start. You may go through the entire grieving process only to be presented with the opportunity to do it all over again. Karmic cycle, okay? If you didn't learn that lesson the first time, then the universe is always more than welcome to, or more than willing, to show that to you again as many times as need be. Okay, there we go. Which ones am I looking for? Let's take a look at these. Okay. Ladies, so tell me about this relationship. Tell me about this. What went down? What happened? What went down? What happened? Whatever wants to come through. Whatever wants to come through. In their fields, doing drugs, the situation is about to explode. Ooh, okay. If this person did have an addiction issue, doing drugs, it does not necessarily mean... I feel like this person is coping in the best way that they know how. That may be drinking. It may be, yes, doing drugs. In their fields, they may be doing whatever they can to numb the pain. A situation is about to explode. Things are about to pop off in flames. You may hear about this person in trouble with the law or going into some kind of rehabilitation facility, something that you had tried to get this person to do. Again, I feel like you nurtured this. If this person was using substances to numb the pain, I feel like they were keeping it a great secret from you. Once you found out, I feel like that was a huge betrayal. All right, that's not going to be for everyone. Again, take only what resonates, leave what does not. Okay, ladies, what else? What else? What else do we need to know? Waiting room. Falling leaf. Okay. And then quiet after the quake. Yeah, I was really, really sensing that. Quiet after the quake. Perfect. After the collapse, silence becomes the first breath of rebuilding. Yeah, I really am getting that you are learning how to love yourself again, learning how to enjoy life again, taking some time to go within and really figure out what that means to you. Falling leaf. Letting go isn't weakness. It's how seasons shift with grace. And I feel like you had to, or you will be asked to completely let this go and release the burden of this. You carried it for far too long. I really do feel like that. Waiting room. Waiting isn't wasting. You're not late, you're just aligning. Okay. Waiting isn't wasting. You're not late, you're just aligning. You may say that this person was your person. This was the person that I was meant to spend the rest. I feel like you're back waiting, or you're back reassessing the situation and saying, what is meant for me will not pass me by. What is not meant for me will surely not stay. You're being put in this waiting room again. If you are waiting on this person, I feel like, yes, it is wasted. Redirect that energy of waiting toward waiting for the right person. Redirect your focus, okay? Rising tide. When the tide rises, it doesn't ask if you're ready to release. It just clears the shore. It's like a tower, okay? Quiet after the quake. I really do feel like this was sudden and unexpected. I was really getting that earlier as well. Okay, so I do want to get your advice. We already got advice earlier, which is to, let's see what the oracles have to say. But I really do feel as if your advice is to take some time by yourself to process, release, and let go, and learn how to love yourself again, to enjoy life again, to reconnect with friends that you haven't seen in a while, and to discover what happiness means for you. Okay? What happiness means for you as an individual. Ooh, is that not appropriate? Okay. Oh, interesting. Kindness creates change. Every act of kindness shifts something somewhere. Be the reason someone feels hope again. Maybe there is a friend that is going through a similar situation. These cards never want to focus. Maybe there is someone who is... Maybe there is a way that you can redirect your focus and bring joy to someone else, to volunteer, okay? To give what you have, that nurturing energy of the Queen of Pentacles, could better be spent elsewhere. Do so. You will be repaid tenfold. Learn from pain. Pain is a catalyst for change. Allow it to lead you to deeper wisdom and growth. Yeah. I feel like you're being given that opportunity. It's not a very fun opportunity. It certainly isn't. And it certainly does not come from easy things. If lessons in life were easy, then we would not have to go through the experiences that we do to learn the lessons that best serve us. Some of the most difficult lessons that I have had to endure were the best. Some of the most difficult situations I've had to endure have been ultimately the most valuable lessons, have shaped me in ways that lesser, that more kind ways of doing so, it would not have made the impact, right? Sometimes it takes a sledgehammer and not a small hammer. Sometimes it takes a tower and not the Six of Swords. Okay? Sometimes we have to really experience something heavy or difficult to gain appreciation for what it is that we do have or we do want. Maybe we just need to experience the rain so that we can appreciate when the sun comes out. That is your Codex. Stepping out of the liminal. Whew. For those of you who don't know, whenever I step into the liminal, I don't remember. I have to go back and watch the video. I don't remember what I said, what message came through. But I'm guessing, looking at the cards that I did leave this time, for a reason. Encouragement is needed. Keep going. Whatever challenge that you've faced, be patient with yourself, okay? Whatever has been lost was not worth keeping, okay? You may have experienced worse had you stayed with whatever this was, whatever situation, job, money, career, family, partner, whatever the case is. All right. That's what I have for you all. Thank you so much for being here with me. Make sure that you like, that you subscribe. I know this is a different style. I do want to address that. But it is something that I was feeling called toward, especially after the experiences that I have had lately. My skills, let's call them, have greatly amplified. Okay? And for that reason, I am doing things a bit differently. I appreciate those of you who continue to subscribe, to like, to engage with the channel. And I hope to make this a smooth transition. We are entering into an age where a lot is changing. And my spirit guides, my goddesses, have asked me to shift direction and to bring you different messages that are for soul growth, more so than simply love related or specific situation related. I have a deeper connection with the universe herself and with so many other aspects of space-time, this timeline that we're on. And if you're on the same track as me, if you are on the same journey toward enlightenment, then you're in the right place. This is the world between worlds. This is where truth lies, sometimes in the absence, in the liminal, in the in-between. And this is where we are when we come to this place. I thank you so much for being here with me today. If you would like a more in-depth personal reading with me, you can always find that link in the description box down below. As always, you know where to find me. For those of you who are interested in past life regression, I've recently received my certification in that and have been practicing. actively now for a while. I don't know if you've visited the Etsy storefront in a while, but it has changed quite a bit. So I invite you to do so and reacquaint yourself with me, with the channel, and with the way that things are emerging and evolving now as we step into what is going to be a new era beginning next year in 2026. I hope that you are here with me when that happens. Take care.